Right. So for Crash 500, according to the daily time frame, my target that we're targeting for the price, which is this recent higher yesterday. So right now, another level as well that one might look at and consider is this mini resistance that is just there. That is a resistance that one can actually utilize to even scale in more trade for Crash 500. So looking at C5, you can see that already we are going up. Already we are going up. Already we are going up. We are going up this trend line here, this counter trend line. Someone could have even used this counter trend line as an entry. Counter trend lines, so long they are broken and retested, those are also some of the entry points that we utilize. So break of the counter trend line, break, retest. Then today I'm still looking forward for a push to the upside. I'm looking forward to a continuation push to the upside. A continuation push to the upside. Right. A continuation push to the upside. So this level here, or let's say this level here. Right. So today I'm looking forward for a push to this level and obviously finally that level at the top. That is what I'm expecting for Crash 500. That is what I'm looking at for Crash 500. Our bias is bullish. Our bias and everything is bullish. We are anticipating buying opportunities today. In the whole of today, we are anticipating buying opportunities for our Crash 500. Right. So you realize that we have this resistance, support broken. So right now the market is almost breaking above. That's actually an entry opportunity for buys. That's actually an entry opportunity for buys on C5. Once this kind of close above, one can enter either using our impulse entry strategy, whereby you enter after the break of the previous high, your stop loss just on the previous highs, low like that. One can actually utilize that. First target is this zone. Second target is that area that we marked according to the daily. So right now, once this market manages to break above this resistance, it's actually a buying opportunity. It's actually a buying opportunity for C5. So C5, that is what we're looking at. Let's go to B5. 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 Unfortunately, yesterday it didn't do exactly according to what we were expecting. Obviously, because it failed to retest where we wanted it to retest. So this is what we were looking at on B5. Let me just rephrase it a bit. Right, I had this trend line here at the bottom. First touch, second touch, like that. So the market was above this trend line, buys, but rather you can see that the market broke that downward trend line. You realize that on the 4-hour, the situation that we're anticipating didn't happen for buys. The scenario and the situation that we're expecting to happen for buys didn't happen. What was the situation? We had this trend line here, right? So you can see this trend line. Right, you can see this trend line. First touch, second touch. You realize that here. So here on this trend line, we're anticipating the market to come and respect here, then go up, of which it didn't. Then here, upon coming back inside the trend line above, then continue going up, of which it didn't do that. It broke inside, broke below. Then after breaking below, that's going to continue going down lower. So right now, our bias for the boom, it's sort of like shifting, because once we manage to break this low here, we're definitely going to take selling positions for the boom 500. We're going to take sell positions after that break, because remember, if ever we're going down, it has to make lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. So if it fails to break that support now, it means so far the market would still be playing around. So it has to come and break. Once it breaks this zone, I'll take sales, looking forward to this next level, major support area, major key level here. So that is what I'm looking at for the boom 500. You can also see that my moving average is above. So another situation that one can also look at this thing from. You can also look at things from this perspective. Let me just shift and remove this. You can also look at things from this perspective, whereby you're having your high highs, your high lows, your high highs, your higher lows. Then from there, it failed to make a high low, and make a what? A lower low. That is why I'm confident to take sales after the break here. The break of the support, that is where I'm confident to take sales. First target is there, second target is here. That is what I'm looking forward to. So this low high was actually a first sign that most probably the market is now going all the way to the downside. So once it breaks this support or sell positions for boom 500, either you enter on the break or the retest, whichever way you do, you are still going to make money out of that. That is our lookout for the boom 500. Then for the VIX75, I was so excited to realize that we have managed to eventually break outside of with this trend line. One could have entered on the trend line. One could have entered buys on the trend line here, or with this consolidation here. Consolidation broke out. So how could have one editing? Let's say, for example, right now the majority of people are waiting for a retest, then we scale in more. Right? This can happen, a retest back to the consolidation, then a continuation. That can happen. But how could have one entered this first initial opportunity of the break of that range? Right. Our entry point, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you always know that 30 minutes, 15 minutes, you always enter on those time frames. So you realize that upon the break, the break happened somewhere around this level, right? Around this level here, right? This candle here that broke this line. You realize it's high, it has a high and a low. How could have one entered that? Upon the break of the high or above the high of this candle, you can place buy stops. Your stop loss just below the low of that candle. Above the high of the candle, you place your buy stops. Above the high of this candle, you place your buy stops. Your stop loss below the low of that candle like that. Right now, you'd be floating in profit right now just by applying what I'm saying. Just by applying what I'm saying. Right now, you are already inside profit. You're already in profit. Then as for targets, we have targets that we marked according to the daily time frame. There are targets that we marked. Right. These are the targets that we marked. First initial targets. Obviously, we're expecting maybe the market to go all the way. We also have this trend line here as our major target, major final target for the buys is this trend line that I'm having at the top. These buys that I'm looking at for the VIX. So that is my major final target for the buys, this top trend line there. So that is what we're looking at, guys. That is what we're looking at. Right now, the market can still push further. Can still push further into this resistance. From there, maybe pull back. Once it gives us a pullback into this consolidation support, once we get the pullback, they will take our buys as well, more buys there, all the way to the top of the trend line, which is there, there like that. That is what we're going to do. So right now, VIX, wait for the pullback. If you're not in the buys already, wait for the pullback, then you join in the buys. We go all the way to the upside.